All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the American Nightmare Podcast. This is episode 37, recorded April
Hey.
22nd, 2021. All right. Let's get jumping into the news.
Let's do it.
Exactly 8 hours ago on Twitter, the new Dexter teased a little bit of the upcoming show. If you go to the Twitter, I'll post the link inside the articles here. I'll also post it on our Facebook group. But if you click on that link and you go to Twitter, you will see that the Dexter show has posted a little teaser. And basically it's just an axe stuck in a log. And you hear the voice of Dexter saying, "It feels good to get back to nature. My nature."
I don't know if we've had this conversation before, but I've never watched an episode of that show.
What?
I've
I
heard
haven't
great
seen
things.
it.
Yeah.
No, we had that conversation because I haven't either.
Yeah, I've heard great things about it, but I've never seen it.
Listen, Dexter was one of the greatest shows ever.
That's what I hear, and there's nothing really holding me back from going to watch it except that I forget.
Well, I think it was on Showtime too.
That's the other thing. But I think it's on Netflix now, right? The old one.
Yeah,
it is.
but it was on Showtime.
Yeah, and the
that was
new
problem.
series. The new series is going to be on Showtime too.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's the case. So
yeah, I've heard a lot of great things.
So
about
they
it.
do. They have all the past episodes on Netflix. I mean, you can catch up and.
yeah,
And if you decide to continue.
Yeah, and it's very good. It's and one of the things is my daughter when she first was getting into horror, like Dexter was the shit for her. That was like the first thing she really got into, and she loves it so much even now that she can't wait until this new season is out.
Mm-hmm. Nice. You're doing good.
Yes. All right, so that's that. I'm very excited for another season of Dexter. It's a shame that you guys haven't seen it, but you really should watch that show. A lot of it, even though the story takes place mostly in Florida, a lot of it was filmed here in Long Beach. In fact, Dexter's sister's house is right down the street in a neighborhood called Bixby Knolls, which my daughter and I, because she loves that show so much, I pointed it out to her, along with up here in Pasadena is his girlfriend's house, his second girlfriend's house, and his house are all located up here in Pasadena. So that's kind of cool.
That's cool. Yeah, that gives you a frame of reference.
All right. So, second news story. Mortal Kombat has posted a 7-minute trailer. That's the first 7 minutes of the movie.
Is that tomorrow
comes
already?
Yep, comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Comes out tomorrow. And
I'm excited for that.
it looks really good. In fact, the star of the movie has announced that on an interview in, I believe it was Entertainment Weekly, he said he has signed up for 4 movies.
Nice.
My understanding from the reviewers, now some early reviews that come out, they're spoiler-free reviews, of course, from the press. My understanding is that it's going to be a trilogy to tell the story of the first movie. So basically, remember the original Mortal Kombat movie, they've taken that storyline more or less and broke it into a trilogy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
The biggest complaint I've seen from all the critics so far is that there's no combat tournament in the Mortal Kombat. Yes. They're saying there's a lot of fighting, a lot of gore, a lot of great action scenes, a lot of kung fu, a lot of ninjas. Okay. No Mortal Kombat tournament.
Well, so that's probably backstory fighting.
Well, yeah,
right.
It's the first part of a trilogy. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and you're getting to probably meet all the characters.
So my understanding is this is how it's going to go. Movie number 1 introduces backstories of a whole bunch of characters.
That's good.
Movie number 2 introduces the backstory of a whole bunch of new characters. Movie number 3 is the combat tournament. Johnny Cage is not in the first movie.
Really?
Huh. Yes. Johnny Cage is an overpowering personality, and they decided not to introduce him until the second movie.
Oh, all right.
They wanted to keep away from some of the silly parts of his personality and his behavior for the second movie.
Gotcha.
I'm okay with that.
Bought in then.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. It's like the Fellowship of the Ring for Mortal Kombat, then.
Yeah, more or less. And then the other complaint that I heard, and this is a typical one of critics for like these types of movies, is hey, Mortal Kombat is catering to the fans of the video game and of the original movie. No shit, assholes. Like, what is there if there's no fans?
Who else is gonna go see it?
Yeah, exactly. If you're not a fan of the video game, what's the point of watching it?
Yeah. That's stupid.
That's the dumbest complaint, but that's one of the complaints I've seen. And one of my favorite YouTubers who does like video games and movies and Marvel and stuff like that, he said, look, go into the movie expecting fun. Just expect to have some fun. It's a little weird. It's a little funny. It's a little over the top sometimes. But if you love the comic book, you love the video games, you love the original movie, or have some nostalgic feelings about the first movie, go into this one with an idea that it's going to be lighthearted, fun, good movie.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I do with those kind of like Kong, Godzilla versus Kong. I went in expecting just to have fun, you know?
Right. Another one of those, yeah. All right.
I wasn't expecting to be blown away by
but it was good
story. Yeah, it was a good movie. It was fun.
It was entertaining, and I feel that Mortal Kombat will be the same thing. It'll be entertaining.
Yeah, same here. That's what I'm looking for going into that movie.
Yep. Let's take a look. So we talked last time that there was a rumor going around that Rob Zombie is going to be doing a Monsters reboot.
Yes.
Another rumor swirling around the internets that Rob Zombie's Monsters reboot will be exclusive to the Peacock Plus service.
Ah, God.
Yes.
I have it, but I think it's impossible to get the Peacock app. It's like you have to go like through the back door and it's like
yeah, I'm definitely not doing that then.
No back door for me. No, I got Peacock, but I'm not paying for Peacock Plus. What? I don't want to pay for another goddamn streaming service.
You got Peacock in your back door?
Dear God.
Yeah, I can't do another freaking service, man. Ugh.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Damn you, Rob. Damn you.
Yeah. So they say right now the movie's getting ready to be start production. It's going to be filming in Budapest in early May. Two of Rob Zombie's usual suspects have been cast in their lead roles, with Jeff Daniel Phillips set as Herman Munster, and Zombie's wife, Sherry Moon Zombie, is going to play Lillian Munster, of course.
I called that shit. I called it.
Of course.
That's no good. Yeah, I know, but she's not. That's
Also joining the cast is Dan Roebuck, George Garcia, and Richard Brake.
Nice.
Cassandra Peterson, better known as Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, will also be joining as a supporting role in this series.
Maybe she'll be Fang.
I hope she's Elvira. What the hell? Why not?
That'd be funny. Like her, like their aunt or something.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'd like to see it, but chances are I'm going to steal it because I'm not paying for another streaming service.
Yeah.
All right. Stranger Things. Today, Finn Wolfhard has posted on Twitter that it looks like Stranger Things Season 4 will not be out until 2022.
Whoa.
Wah, wah.
Yep. So that dead horse is going to rot for a while before they kick it.
Those kids aren't getting any younger either, right?
No, right?
Exactly.
There's no way they're ready to do like another season after this. There's
no
way.
They're going to have kids of their own after this.
Yeah.
They'll be called older things.
The Witcher Season 2 is coming to Netflix, and it just finished filming. They posted a wrap-up video that I'm going to post to our Facebook channel. The Witcher was fantastic. Of course, this year, we know that at the beginning of filming, Henry Cavill suffered a serious injury to one of his legs. He has a torn ligament in part of his thigh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In fact, he said it was so bad that the physical therapist said, or the physician that saw him and treated him for it, said that he was very close to severing the ligament from the bone, which he said would have been a much more severe injury.
How the hell do you do that?
Don't know, but it was something he was doing as part of his own stunts on The Witcher.
Damn. Guess he's not doing that anymore.
Probably not. I mean, typically that's what happens to actors is they do their own stunts until the day they're injured, then they don't.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a great first season, though, so I'm looking forward to the
Yeah, it
second
was
season.
fantastic, and I definitely cannot wait till the second season. Although a lot of people complained about the way that the storyline was all the timeline was all discombobbled, but I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it took like the first 2 episodes for me to figure out what was that they were bouncing around in the storyline. And I
Yeah,
was like, okay, I get it now. I see what's happening because it's like, wait, what the hell? Yeah, it took me a bit.
yeah. There is a new poster for Spiral, the Book of Saw,
Sweet.
starring Chris Rock. This will be released on May 14th, according to the poster that I've seen online. So that's another movie to look forward to.
Just in theaters?
Yes. I mean, I'll have my vaccine done by then, so
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, I
I'll
will
start
too. So
start
I might
venturing
actually
into
go.
theaters.
Craig, you want to go see it?
Yeah, I'm vaccinated.
Let's do it.
Woo woo. All right. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to have a horror show vibe, according to actress Elizabeth Olsen. She gave
Okay.
an interview in Glamour magazine UK. She said the movie is bonkers and definitely a horror vibe.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Way to go,
I'm
Disney.
excited for that. Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. We talked about this in a previous episode. It's a heist film taking place in Las Vegas that suddenly turns into a zombie film. According to
Crazy.
the new trailer, which I will post up there, they released a trailer yesterday. The new trailer shows smart, fast, organized zombies.
Yeah, I think they got like a government too or some shit.
Yes, and they're organized. They communicate. They
Yeah,
work
it's
out their
crazy.
attacks. And the craziest scene that I saw in the trailer is robots, zombie robots, and
Oh, yeah, and
a
animals.
zombie tiger.
Yeah, the zombie tiger. That's how the trailer ended, right?
Yeah.
He's like, what is that? He's like, I think it's a zombie tiger.
And then the other guy goes, "That's crossing a line."
Yeah, it looks good. I think did I see Dave Bautista in that?
Yeah, yes, he plays one of the main characters. Yeah.
Nice.
Now,
I like him.
I've got my feelings about Zack Snyder, and I don't hide those from anybody. So I'm not really expecting this to be a great film, but I'll give it benefit of the doubt. I'm sure I'll be entertained. I am entertained by Zack Snyder films. They're not spectacular, but they're entertaining.
Right.
Suicide Squad. James Gunn has just announced that they have finished the film early. It's
Oh,
all
sweet.
done. So we're ready to roll. Come on, HBO, release it early.
Maybe it's easier to get films done on time during the pandemic because there's not a lot of other shit you can do.
Pretty much. Well, think about it this way. Ghostbusters, which we haven't heard much news about lately, the new Ghostbusters movie, they've been working, Jason Reitman has been working on post-production for 1.5 years on that.
Damn.
That's what he's been doing during the downtime during the pandemic.
That Ivan Reitman's son, I'm
Yep.
guessing. Yeah.
Yep. He directed, co-wrote the screenplay and directed the new Ghostbusters movie.
Ghostbusters Afterlife, I think, right?
Yep. And there's a new trailer up and about for that one too, and it looks
Oh, yeah?
really, really good.
I haven't seen that.
All right.
Check it out.
That's it for me from the news. You guys got anything you want to talk about?
I got just a couple. Have you guys seen the? I think it came out yesterday. The new trailer for Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yes.
Oh man, that looks creepy. I'm looking forward to that with the what's I can't remember her name. Helen? No, is it Helen? The woman.
Yeah, I can't
Her
remember. her
character name or her?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Warren's.
Liz.
Liz Warren, right? Elizabeth
Yeah.
Warren, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks really good. The other one was I just watched another new trailer, The Lockdown Hauntings. Have you seen that one?
No.
It's like a supernatural serial killer. Looks weird. Looks different. I think it's like a British flick, but it's got potential. what's the guy's name? Tony Scott, the black dude from Candyman.
Tony Todd.
Tony.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I think I may have just shared it right before the show started on the Facebook page. So check that out. And
Nice.
that's all I got.
There's a video game coming out at the end of the month, or not this month. Next is the Resident Evil Village
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, that's right.
for gamers.
Is that I saw they're coming out with a virtual reality Resident Evil game. Is that it?
No, the virtual reality one is already out, and I can't remember.
I don't know if I would play that. I'd be scared as shit.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's for Oculus Rift or whatever. The
Yeah.
the
I think
graphics didn't look that great on it, but yeah,
Really?
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
that's all I had.
I think I would be too afraid to play that.
Yeah, I think so too. Because the game itself, like if you play it just on the TV screen in like the dark or something like that,
Well,
it's
yeah,
pretty creepy. You know, like I can't imagine being immersed in it.
fully
You still
immersed
have to
in it.
play Visage, like I said to you guys. You have to play Visage.
Yeah, fully immersed in it, and then like kind of the sound effects being surround
Oh
sound.
yeah, you have to
Yeah.
wear headphones when
Yeah,
you play a
that's
horror
just-
video game too.
It's too fucking much for me.
Yeah,
You have to wear headphones when you're playing horror video games.
makes them creepier.
Oh yeah, some of them actually, like when you have the headphones on, it's like in stereo too. Like if you turn
Oh yeah,
one way, you can hear it better in your right side. It's really cool how they do the sound in some of those. Like Layers of Fear was like that. They had really good sound in the game.
Sweet.
nice.
Yep.
All right. So that is horror news. Let's talk a little bit about. I just want to bring up our podcast and some of the numbers that we've been producing lately. I want to thank all of our listeners that are listening. It looks like we have a steady flow of about 86 subscribers. So when I publish
Nice.
a new episode, there's immediately 86 downloads of it.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's very good. And again, thank you to our listeners for spreading the news to your friends, your family, any other people that you think might be interested in our goofy horror podcast.
Spread.
Spread. Yeah, we're doing really well. And when I looked at the year-over-year numbers, we're growing very fast, and that's exciting. I'm glad we
Sweet.
have a lot of listeners. Just looking at, like I said, I posted on April 15th, I put up last month's episode, 86 downloads immediately. And then in the following days, we got 9 or 10 additional downloads. So very excited, very happy for the growth. And I want to thank everyone that's been spreading the word and ask you to please continue. Tell your friends, tell your family, anyone that you think is interested in horror movies, tell them about our podcast. And it's much appreciated.
Peace and
Yeah.
love. Peace and
Yeah.
love.
Peace
Thanks so
and
much.
love. Right.
It's
All right.
awesome.
Let's get started on the top 5 this month. This
Woohoo!
month's top 5, we're going to do something new. We're going to focus on a particular streaming service, in this case, Netflix, and we're going to list our favorite 5 Netflix horror movies. Now, these can be movies that are currently up on Netflix and or movies that were previously available on Netflix. They may not be now, but we watch them there and we like them.
Yep.
All right, so starting this week, it is Craig, Chris, Sal.
All right.
All right.
Here we go. And I included some of the miniseries that they had on there
Yep,
as well.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
you
all
can
good.
do that.
Yep.
That works.
And I tried to stay away from the big shot because like they had like Insidious and Conjuring. They had all those big on there.
Yeah,
so
I
I
was
tried
just-
to stay away from there.
I thought I just did the original, like Netflix originals, like ones that were just like Netflix.
Sure.
Oh,
I didn't do
Okay,
that,
do
but
that.
yeah.
All right. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I misunderstood.
No, I
Nope.
guess, I mean, to me, it's whatever we watched
whatever's
on
on
Netflix. right?
Netflix. Yeah, whatever.
All
Doesn't have to be. Yeah, with the listeners just go to Netflix and they go watch a movie. That's it. Doesn't
Got
have
it, got
to
it.
be specific
I mean,
or miniseries.
by chance, some of those that I selected are Netflix originals.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. Go ahead, Craig.
Okay, my number 5, I have In the Tall Grass. That was
Nice.
a Netflix original.
Yes, it was. I think we reviewed that one once, right? Didn't we do
Yep,
that
we did.
for?
Yes, we did.
That was a good
Yep.
one.
Yep.
I like that one.
Number 4, I have Come to Daddy.
Nice.
You guys haven't seen that one yet?
No, that's I
know
think we
it's on
talked
both
about
your
that
lists.
one like an episode or two ago with
Maybe I'll
Elijah
pull that
Wood,
one
right?
out for our next pod when it's my turn. Maybe I'll
Nice.
force us to watch that one because it was pretty good.
That's cool.
Number 3, As Above, So Below.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
Like I said, I tried, picking out movies that nobody would sort of just jump to, and
Right.
I mean, some of these were not really mainstream, but so that one was good. And that's an old movie. That was out in the theaters.
What year was that?
Sal and I went to go see that one.
Yeah,
wow.
I remember that.
It's been a while then.
Oh, it's a long time ago. Yeah, I don't remember what year. Number 2, I had Marianne. That was a mini series.
Oh, that was nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
And
forgot about
if anybody wants to watch it, I highly recommend watching the original version with subtitles instead of the dubbed English, because it was a lot. I went back and it's a lot scarier with the original acting voices and things. So highly recommend watching it in the original version with
I
subtitles.
might do it again now that I'm not too bad with subtitles. I've watched the whole series with them, so
Yeah.
a shot.
Yeah, I watched that Spanish horror with
30
subtitles.
coins?
Yeah, that was good.
That was real good.
My number 1 was The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh,
yeah, that was great too. And also a Netflix original.
Honorable mentions, and there's a few. I went with The Babysitter. You can do both 1 and 2. Those both really good movies.
Yeah.
The Stephen King 1922.
Also Netflix original.
Yep. And Horns, which I don't know if you guys have seen that one yet either. It's not really. It's slightly horror-ish. It's more of a love. It's kind of a horror love story.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, it's like
I think I saw the trailer and thought it looked interesting. I haven't seen the movie though.
It's very good.
Like I said,
very
it's
good.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
I liked it. The book was really good, and the movie was a very nice adaptation of the book.
Yeah, so. It's like like I said, it's a horror love story. It's kind of weird. It's like a drama horror. But it's good. So that's my list.
Very nice.
Nice list. All right. Again, I misinterpreted, but you actually had quite a few Netflix originals on yours anyway.
Oh
so,
yeah.
And I don't think you guys will disagree with most of these. So, all right. So my number 5 was Gerald's Game.
Oh yeah.
I think we actually reviewed that too for the
that
podcast.
wasn't that long ago. That was only.
We did not review that one. We didn't.
Oh.
No.
No, nope. I think we all watched it. Though,
we all watched it and we all talked about it a little bit, but we didn't actually officially review it.
Oh yeah, because that was. I mean, that was a great. And I love the actress. That what the hell's her name?
Yeah, she's in
Chiquino or.
Yeah, well, she's in The Haunting of Hill House in those.
Yeah, I like her. And she was in Son-in-Law with Pauly Shore.
Yep.
Number 4, The Platform. I think this was part of my 2020 movies.
Yeah.
It was the one about the people that were like in that weird ass prison and the food just drops
I
down.
have to watch that.
It's really good.
It got it got ranked in like the top for 2020, I think it was.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a different concept for horror. My number 3, and I think I mentioned this one last episode, May the Devil Take You. It was like this Indonesian homage to Evil Dead.
Nice.
I highly recommend this one too. If you like Evil Dead and you like over the top, like gore. It's got subtitles too, so it's another subtitle movie that I've watched. It was really good. May the Devil Take You. My number 2, The Babysitter. Just was a great movie. We discussed that one numerous times too. And my number 1, and this made my other list too, but I wasn't sure if it was a horror. But since we discussed it last time, I'm going to put it as number 1 on this list because I thought it was such a great movie.
Nice.
The Devil All the Time.
Very good. Nice.
I mean, we'll have to review that one too at some point.
Yeah.
Couple honorable mentions: 1922, which we
Yep.
Craig had on his list. In the Tall Grass, also, and then the Babysitter sequel. So
Yep.
that's
good
my
list.
list.
Very good. All right. It's all right. Let me my list, I did put mostly Netflix movies. I think actually all of them are except for one.
Oh, nice.
So my number 5 is Gerald's Game.
That's funny.
My number 4 is Bird Box. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Yeah, I did.
That's the
I
what's
saw
her,
it.
Sandra Bullock, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I really like that one. I thought it was very unique. There hasn't been a movie quite like that, and I really enjoyed that
it
one.
was a good story.
Yeah.
For sure.
My number 3 is Babysitter Killer Queen, the second one. Just
Nice.
because I think the kill scenes were so much more over the top. I
Yeah,
freaking,
for
I
sure.
freaking love that.
They sure were. That was very creative.
Yeah.
Mm.
My number 2, Velvet Buzzsaw.
Oh, I forgot
Oh,
about
I
that
forgot
one.
about that.
That was
That
such
was
a
good.
good movie. That was so good.
That was a good.
Yeah, that's
concept.
not on
It
anymore, is it?
took place in,
No,
like,
it's
the art
still
world.
on there. Yeah,
Is it still on it?
It's a
Okay.
Netflix original. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my number 1, House on Haunted Hill. I mean that original, like, they're never gonna do that good again. I mean, and that's
No.
one of those series that was so good. They're just not ever gonna be that good again. They
No.
tried with the season 2, whatever that story was. That
Oh,
was
it was
fucking
terrible.
garbage.
Lying
They're
in it.
never gonna be as good as they were with House on Haunted Hill. The house, what is it?
Haunting a Hill
The
House.
Haunting of Hill House. I keep getting the title mixed up. The Haunting of
Damn,
Hill
those
House
movies
was
with similar
fantastic.
names.
Yeah. And then on my honorable mention, this is one that is not a Netflix original, but I did enjoy it and watched it on Netflix. We Summoned the Darkness.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Wasn't an original Netflix.
No, it wasn't. No.
Really?
Yeah.
I had forgot about that. That I actually, I watched that on Netflix. So
And then also what was it? What's the full title? It's like the Haunted Tales of Sabrina.
oh,
Like
The
Oh,
Chilling
yeah.
Adventures.
yeah, Chilling Adventures
Chilling
of Sabrina. That's
Adventures
right.
of
So
Sabrina.
season 1 and season 2, everything after that is garbage.
Yeah.
It's the last season.
The last season was the fucking worst.
Terrible.
It's horrible.
They rushed to finish that, it seemed like. I don't know.
Not only
Yeah.
that, they just screwed the pooch completely.
Yep.
Awesome. That was a great top 5. I really like that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
All right. Now we are going to talk our movie review of the month. Who picked this one?
That was me. This is
All
my
right.
pick.
The movie of the month is The Cleansing Hour.
Shudder exclusive.
Shudder exclusive. Actually, you can pay to rent it on other services.
Oh, can you?
Yeah. But I watch it on Shudder because Shudder is freaking awesome. Love Shudder. Yeah, so let's talk about The Cleansing Hour. So The Cleansing Hour. It's a new movie, right? Just came out, I
Yeah.
think, this year,
Last
2020,
year,
right?
2020, I think.
2020,
Yeah.
last year, yeah.
I thought it was a good concept. I liked the idea of what they were going for. It took like an almost 80s movie kind of vibe and put it into like a social media kind of setting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I liked about it. So it's kind of a new twist to a possession
movie.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the aspect of the social media is pretty interesting part of it, actually.
Yeah, it was.
And
it was.
it made for actually a really good movie. I enjoyed it. There was a lot of corny goofiness.
Yeah,
It's not
yes,
like
there was.
it's not like it Shudder is a great service, but as with a lot of horror movies, when you think about the way we watched horror movies in the 80s and they were cranking out movie after movie after movie,
Mhm.
I think Shudder is a lot like that. They just they take shit, throw it at the wall. If it
Yeah.
sticks, awesome. That's a great show. Let's put it
Yeah,
up
that's
there.
why I said it kind of had that 80s movie vibe, but like brought into like the age of social media.
Yeah.
Because there was some corny stuff in it,
Yeah,
but it was also
some,
entertaining
Yeah.
and some good like horror too.
yeah. I think there was plenty of gore. There was a couple jump scares that were pretty good.
good practical effects in some of the
The
scenes.
practical effects were pretty good, and
They were inconsistent though with the effects.
Well,
there
because-
were some you were like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And there's some others like, what the fuck?
well, the problem is they were mixing practical with digital, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they spent enough money on the digital elements. So when they did practical and they lay the digital on top of it, it just didn't look right a couple times. That you were like,
Yeah.
that wasn't great.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how I was with the movie. Like I was entertained by it.
It was definitely entertaining. It was really good.
So
let-
when I give, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say, do we just want to give a little bit more detail of like what the
Yeah,
the
well,
story is?
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of read the summary just off
Okay.
of IMDb. So
All right.
this is here's the summary. It says another successful quote unquote exorcism streamed online, or so it seems. Can The Exorcist producer and their team bring the ratings up? Ratings skyrocket when a real demon gets involved.
Yeah. So I like kind of how they start. Like if you hadn't read any of like the fore stuff for the movie and just went into the movie by itself,
Yeah.
it started out like a possession movie,
Yes.
you know, and it was pretty good. Like it just reminded you of all kinds of other possession movies, but it was done pretty good, I thought, you know.
Yes. Yes.
And then I mean, this isn't spoiler because it's the movie. Then it all of a sudden he cures the person of the demon, and then they say cut and they wrap the program
Yeah.
for
And-
this like video streaming service on the internet, like like a YouTube show or something.
Right. And then that's when they show that, oh, wait a minute, it's a freaking fake. It's all fake. It's not a real priest. It's not a real possession. It's all stage. It's all special effects, whatever.
And it was called The Cleansing Hour was the name of the show with Father Max.
Yep.
And I love the fact they were hawking all kinds of cheesy like religious shit. Like there was
Holy
some
water,
good like
cloths. Yeah.
religious like jabs in this movie too, which I
Yes.
kind of dug, you know.
I love those elements. And they were basically making fun of the church.
Yeah,
making
there was a
fun of the
lot of good
Pope.
shit. Yeah, there was a lot of like, besides it being kind of funny and a horror, there was some subversive stuff in it too.
And they very quickly show you that, hey, you know, these guys are phony baloney. When they go out to
Yeah.
a bar and the preacher picks up some chick,
Yeah.
they go home and he bangs her. And I thought, all right, that's.
They're all getting drunk at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
they're
it-
his groupies. He's got groupies. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's popular on YouTube, but he wants to be more popular.
Yeah, he's like, we got 500,000 followers. I don't got the blue check mark, and I'm not legit until I got the blue check mark. Which is
And he's an attractive dude. Like you know, he's a priest, quote unquote, but
Yeah.
he's an attractive dude. So the chicks love following him.
right.
He takes off his shirt a few times, right?
Yeah, several times. Yes, and his pants.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, the movie kind of starts to, they go to do another one of these fake online streaming exorcisms, and suddenly the girl that's in that situation becomes truly possessed, and then that's where the story really kind of blows.
Which I don't know. I still don't understand how that
Yeah,
happened.
how she got possessed. Yeah, that's one of the
It just
parts that just
happened.
kind of. Yeah.
It was just like out of nowhere, yeah. And
Yeah.
and the thing
Yeah,
is,
the writing sort of stunk too. I mean, it's a
was-
great concept, but like some areas were
And there
just
was
like,
good parts, like you said, there was good parts, but then there was parts like I was like, what the hell's going on here?
well,
Yeah.
the thing that bothered me, and now we're going to get into spoiler territory. So if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, right now
It's
is
a
a good
fun
time
movie.
to stop. It's a great
fun
movie.
movie.
I think it's worth watching. It's definitely entertaining. This is something that, if you have younger horror fans like teenagers, this
Yeah,
is
they'll definitely
something.
dig this.
Yeah, this is something that's not too over the top scary. That would be good enough for them to watch, and they would probably
It's got a
dig it.
little gore in it, but nothing. It's kind of like the kind of gore that's so gory that it's not really like.
Yeah. All right, so now we're
All
getting
right.
into spoiler territory. So here's something that bothered me about the movie. Following the normal guidelines of what you would see in a possession film, they
Right.
were showing the boom mic operator
Yeah.
as I thought he was going to be the person getting possessed because he was sweating,
Why?
he was
Yeah.
acting weird, he started throwing up, he started having hallucinations, and I thought that's typically in the movies they show. I'm not a
well, he was
religious
doing
guy.
drugs too. I don't know what
Yeah.
kind of drugs he was doing.
Well,
either.
I'm not a religious guy, so I don't believe in any of this stuff. But the common theme that these types of movies show is that if you're a weak-willed human being, you do drugs, you get into ecstasy or alcohol or cocaine or heroin,
Next
whatever.
thing you know, you're butt slamming Satan.
Yeah, and then you're suddenly, that's your weakness. That's this demon's way to get into your soul, whatever. And that's why I thought he was going to be it, because he was doing drugs, he was drunk, he was, and then he starts acting weird. His skin gets a
They set him
little
up
pale.
to be that guy.
Yeah, and I really thought that he was going to become possessed and fucking kill those people doing the fake shit. But instead, it completely turned around. The girl became possessed out of nowhere. There was no indication that she was weak-willed or that she was being
Quite the opposite.
yeah,
of
or
her,
that
actually.
or that she was like being kind of groomed by a demon to be possessed or whatever. None of that. She just suddenly is possessed. And the dude that I thought was going to be possessed never fucking got possessed.
Yeah, he's just on drugs.
Yeah. So that kind of just threw me. I was like, what?
Yeah. I did like, that was one of there was a couple of those, and I liked some of the corny one-liners that the possessed girl threw out throughout the show.
Yeah.
But sometimes even her acting was a little over the top for what
I didn't
she
like
was
the voice either of the demon.
No?
I was like,
Really?
No.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
They did her progression pretty good with how she started out just kind of possessed, and then just looking like gross at the end.
Yeah, and then her face started getting deformed, like there was stuff growing out of it and shit. Yeah, yeah.
Those little, those creepy little like rat demons or whatever they scared
Those
the
were
crap
pretty
out of me
fucked
when
up
they
too.
first came
But
out.
that's the part that scared me. The jump scare. There were one or two jump scares in there. That was one of them. He's trying to figure out why the internet cable's disconnected or whatever, and he's digging, and then he finds that it's got chewed apart, and then he's still digging, and then that fucking rat thing jumped out. I'm like, what the fuck? That was a cheap jump scare there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But then
So the other thing that it was just kind of weird, like you find out throughout the plot that the demon possessing the girl has some sort of scheme going on.
yeah,
And at first I was like, his scheme is he just wants these two guys to like reveal their secrets, which you just assume is the fact that they're frauds. Which, okay, that makes sense to me. This demon wants to point out that they're not really defeating demons.
yeah.
They're just faking it. And he's there to show them that they're just fakes. Because but then it changed. And I'm like, then it changed and he wants to reveal like personal shit about each other. And I'm like, well, what does he care about that?
An
Like,
affair. You had an
Why does he
affair. That
care?
wasn't even an affair. It was like before they were even dating or whatever,
But then you find out like his true rationale for doing it all, which I thought was a pretty good way to wrap it all up there at the end, like why he was doing what he was doing. Like that was great. And then it kind of switched them from a possession movie to almost like a zombie flick.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I thought that was a unique touch at the end that I really liked. I was like, so what is
becoming a social media influencer?
Right. I thought that was pretty.
I liked that.
Pretty nice twist. And then at the end when they finally showed, look, now he's got a blue check mark and he's got 11 million followers.
Yeah. But that was the weird thing is that they didn't give you any like. They treated that demon the same way throughout the movie. He shows up out of nowhere. You have no idea what he wants. He starts making demands apropos of nothing. Like they're just crazy shit.
Yep.
And then you're like, okay, well, I think I know what he's talking about. And then it changes again, like without any kind of like clue as to why.
Exactly.
And they put that story in there about those two guys as kids.
Right.
And it kind of helped give you a little bit of rationale for it, but not really.
No. And the thing is, when they started really digging deep into this backstory and they showed that he accidentally killed a nun or whatever, and then that he was being haunted by her, I thought this was going to like turn into something different and big. And it just was like a throwaway fucking thing.
Yeah. Like that was one of the things that disappointed me. Like there was a whole lot of good stuff that happened.
Yeah.
It was a bit disjointed.
Yeah, that was bad too. The nun, it was like silly putty, and they stuck a pencil in the silly putty, and she's like, "Oh,
yeah." That was a bad practical effect.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is that cabinet kept like thumping the entire thing, and I was expecting like a big twist,
Yeah, and like I said, it had the right idea. Showing the backstory, you're like, okay, this is cool. It was neat, because the nun's like, but. Again, I thought it would have to do something with one of the prayers or, what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was like,
like Sal said before, Shutter puts out like some decent movies.
Yeah,
you know,
It had, and that's what I'll say. It was
because there's,
okay.
like, just shotting them out there. You're getting
Yep.
a lot of good movies, but you seldom get an excellent movie.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was lukewarm. It was like,
And that's the thing. It was entertaining,
Yeah.
Right.
but it wasn't brilliant.
It missed the mark in a few areas.
Yeah, I think they slipped up on execution a little bit.
yeah, like you said, they had some really good ideas, but then it was like, and then like why is there people in, Korea watching this? But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
And
they were
they-
just trying to show that people around the world, I guess. is what-
Yeah.
He made a big deal about that.
And the
that
president
drag
thing,
scene
I was like,
too.
you knew that was the president, and then at the end they sort of reveal like,
Yeah, like,
it's like I knew it was the president.
But what does that mean? Yeah, they got to the president, but did the devil or the demon care about that? Like, was that part of his plan? Was like,
Yeah. That was the other thing too. Like when the demon came out, like right before he bit the cave, he's like talking. I rewound it twice, and I still don't know what the hell he said. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys, you know what I'm talking about? Like when he popped out of the guy's skin, and
oh
he
yeah,
took
that was
like-
those were some good practical effects in that
Yeah.
part there.
But
where-
he's
where
going, he's saying, he's like, oh, he's okay, and he like bit the cave.
he's talking in like Latin or something.
I
said-
think that was his spell. Whatever he was doing to possess all those people, he
Yeah.
was chanting some sort of spell before he bit
I was
the
gonna
cave.
say,
Yeah,
I didn't
that's,
understand
he
what
was
the-
sending it out over the airwaves. He was
Right.
using social media to brainwash people.
And
Okay.
and that was ultimately why the demon wanted to keep the streaming happening,
Right.
because he was trying to make his mission
Build up
of
more.
right.
Yeah.
He wanted more followers.
And at the end, there was 12,600,000 or 12,800,000 followers that all got
Got
possessed.
possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite parts of it, and it was weird because it was kind of out of place, but it was kind of fun, was when the lighting mount dropped down and he was stuck in that square, and all of a sudden the hokey pokey started playing.
That was so fucking gay. That
think-
that was the
Yeah.
only scene.
And it was really bad.
Focused so much on his hands and his feet.
It was
and just-
stupid. That was the dumbest part of the
No,
whole
it was.
movie.
It was a good
It was,
time
I
killer,
I
for
think
sure.
it was great because it was like I was like, what who
Yeah, like
decided to
they
throw
showed
this
each
in?
foot like 3 times, like
Listen.
stepping in glass. and, like,
I'm telling you right now, all that was is the dudes that wrote the screenplay were like, man, we got to come up with another 30 minutes here, and I don't know
yeah,
what to do.
killer, for
Let's
sure.
do 20 minutes of hokey pokey.
Yeah. And just him stepping on glass. It's like, come on, he's just stepping on it. And he's like he's dying.
And if you really do the hokey pokey right, you stick your foot in and you wave it about, so it's not even on the ground.
and then the ceiling
Dumb
fan,
bastard.
how it brought the ceiling fan down and whacked his hand. And like, come on, man. Ceiling fans don't spin that fast. They don't hurt you that much.
It'll just break off.
Yeah, I'm like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
just stick your hand in there, dude. Right?
Yeah, that part really annoyed me.
But saying these things, these are the same kind of shit you say like when you watched like the original Friday the 13th or stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
they were great movies, but you look back at them and there was so many like bad things that happened in them. Like some bad acting, some bad special effects here.
Ken,
and
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Come on.
As a whole, you look back at them and like these are great movies.
Yeah.
Like they're fun.
Like I said, it is a fun, entertaining movie. And I even said to my daughter that she should have watched it. I said, you should have watched this one. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It
The
was
social media
entertaining.
stuff in it. Yeah, it's entertaining.
And I think for young people, that social media aspect is something that'll touch base with them. So
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm gonna say, it was a good movie. It was entertaining. It was definitely worth my time. I didn't feel like I wasted my time by watching
Same
it.
here. I didn't look at my clock once. Like,
There
wow,
were a
what's going
couple,
on?
there were a couple moments that made me laugh. There were a couple moments that made me go, "What the? Come on!" Like the whole part with the light is like burning him, and he's stepping on glass doing the fucking hokey pokey. It was that whole scene was fucking ridiculous. Actually, that's the point when I said, you know what, I'm gonna go take a piss while this is happening because that's fucking
You
stupid.
didn't miss anything. Just more hokey pokey.
Yeah. But it was good. It was worth watching. I enjoyed it. I think for the entertainment value, I'm gonna say my personal rating, 3 stars.
Out of 5, right?
Yeah, 3 out of 5.
That's what I was gonna go with too. 3.
I was
I'm
entertained.
going average. Like I said, it was okay, lukewarm, 2.5. It's right in the middle.
Yeah,
2.5
Okay,
stars.
So
Yep.
we'll say 3 then.
you give it a round 3 for the
Yeah,
American Nightmare podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. it's not overly scary. It's not overly funny. There's enough elements of all that stuff that.
And I think largely, if you watch it, you're not going to go, God damn it, I wasted an hour and a half of my life. You know, you're not going to feel that way. This is not The Devils Are All Here.
No, like I said, there were some good kills, and my favorite kill was when with the box cutter that guy kept.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of good.
That was my favorite.
You know what that kind of reminded me of? That kind of reminded me of
and that
like
was good effects.
Nightmare on Elm Street type thing.
It was good effects, right? I mean, you really felt like he was killing himself, slicing himself, and
he really felt like he was being attacked by those weird things.
Yeah.
All
All right.
Craig, I think you pick next one.
Okay. Wish me luck.
Yeah, Craig, you get to pick the next one and pick the next top.
You want to do Come to Daddy? Let's just do Come to Daddy.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Let's do that then.
That'll give me a reason to get that one off my list.
Yep.
Yeah, same here.
Yep.
Because what happens is I put 1,000 movies on my list.
No, I know. You just keep
and
adding.
every once in a while I'll see like an advertisement for another one. I'll be like, oh shit, I should add that one too. And then before you know it, the list is so long I'll never get to them.
And shows too, like the same thing happens. Like shows come out, like that Shadow and Bone comes out on Netflix tomorrow, and that looks awesome.
I'm gonna be watching that this weekend too.
Yeah. Like Mortal Kombat's out this weekend.
Mortal Kombat, I'm watching.
I forgot about that Shadow to Bone.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah.
Can you put it in your queue already? Maybe.
No, not until it's up.
Sometimes they let you go in there early and just add it to your.
I don't know if I've even seen the trailer on Netflix for it. Like I've seen the trailer, but not on Netflix itself.
No, I haven't seen it.
Weird.
Yeah. What was the other movie? The TV show that I was watching? That Prodigal Son. I finished season 1. Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing.
See, I said I just talked to Chris the other. I thought the opposite. I watched the first episode. I couldn't.
Prodigal Son.
I didn't care for it.
I couldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What was the first episode? Yeah. You gotta give it 3 episodes before you quit.
All right, because even the acting, I was like the
Sometimes
dad.
the pilot weren't very good.
First of all, the dad is a great actor. He's in tons.
I
of
know, but it's
shows.
a little over the top for me. You know what I mean? He's like trying to be too serial killish. You know what I mean? I don't.
Well, if you ask me, he's very. I think his character's good. You got to give him a chance. I think that initial episode was the pilot, and I don't think it was that great.
Yeah. Pilots sometimes are terrible.
Yeah, and remember, a lot of shows they tend to readjust after the pilot, and I think that's what happened with this show because.
Okay.
And the thing I like about it is, with a normal serial TV show, you have, and remember, this was on Fox or whatever, so
yeah,
you have a plot for that episode. It's an hour-long episode each. So you have a plot of that episode.
Yeah, and I guess I didn't think about it. It is sort of TV.
The story that builds inside.
Right, there's a story that builds in all 22 episodes. The season is 22 episodes fucking long. It's really good.
Like Lucifer.
Yeah. And they're an hour long each. And the storyline, the thing that hooked me is by the 5th episode, I was like, oh man, I see how this underlying. I thought I knew how the story was going to end because they were following certain tropes. I was like, I know how this is going to end. But it didn't end anything like I thought it would. In fact, the ending, they fooled me, complete me with the way they were following certain tropes. And then at the end, they kind of like flipped it. And I was like, whoa, fuck.
Sweet.
It just blew my
Kinda
mind.
like that.
Yeah.
It's always great when shows can do that.
I'll give it another shot, but yeah, I don't.
I would say watch at least 3 episodes and then,
on HBO Max.
Said they might do another Mindhunter too. I don't know if you guys watched that. That was really good.
Yeah, I saw that they were thinking of doing a 3rd season for that.
Yeah, Chris,
did you
what
watch
were you
that? So,
I never watched the old one, no.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
My daughter says I should watch it. I probably will.
Yeah.
Chris, what were you saying?
Oh, the Nevers.
The Nevers. Yeah.
Oh, the 2nd episode was a lot better than the first, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they got away from it.
I like the vibe that's going on there. I dig it.
Yeah. That show I like now too. Yeah.
The sex house sort of helps too, right? Grab your attention.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Have sex with the touched.
Yeah. All right. Well, so let's go ahead and wrap this episode. I want to wrap the episode again by saying thank you to all of our listeners. Thank you for listening to the American Nightmare Podcast. If you have any suggestions for future podcasts, general feedback, ideas for top 5 lists, you can email us at feedback@the-american-nightmare.com or visit our website, the-american-nightmare.com, and you can click on the feedback link. You can also listen to episodes up there, read all the stories, and see all the links of the things we talked about. And also there are links there for different streaming services that we are carried on, or different podcast services we are carried on. Please visit our website or visit us on Facebook under The American Nightmare. There's also a link to our Facebook group on the website if you'd like to visit there. And continue listening. Tell your friends, tell your families, tell anyone that you know that likes horror movies, because we will be reviewing movies, TV shows, talking about the latest news, and video games if you're into
And
horror
various
video
other
games.
shit too.
Yes. Yes. So thank you again for listening, and we will have another episode for you next month.
Thanks,
All
everybody.
right, thanks.